What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ariel. If you don't already know, I do men's luxury and fashion lifestyle content. So if you're new to this channel, definitely hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, and drop me some comments after this video. Just let me know what your thoughts are. One of the main topics that I like to get into is jewelry design and fashion, and just like coinciding them both, because I feel like when you're putting an outfit together, you definitely want to accessorize, and one of my favorite things to accessorize with is jewelry. A lot of men don't really know how to accessorize the right way, in my opinion, with jewelry in general. And I feel like it's all based on your personal style and personal preferences when it comes to dressing and just style in general. For the long time subscribers, you guys know that I really love fine metal jewelry, mostly yellow gold or rose gold. But today's video is going to showcase some of my silver collection. More recently, I just received this fine silver. This is fine silver, it's not sterling silver, so I'll tell you guys the differences when we get into it. But I more recently received this from Juste. He's a jeweler out in Miami. This is a solid Miami Cuban link in 999 fine silver, and this will be one of the pieces that I've been using the most as of lately. But I feel like a lot of people are also scared to kind of mix metals and understand how to just like piece certain pieces together. So that's another topic that I also want to get into as this video goes on. But a lot of the time you guys do see me just wear like my yellow gold stuff or my rose gold stuff, and today I really want to just showcase my silver stuff and show you guys how I wear it, how I pair it with my gold metal stuff, and pair them together without them clashing, because I feel like that's a topic of discussion that everybody always has. Like, can you wear white metals with yellow metals or white metals with rose metals without them clashing so much? And that's something that I feel like over time I've been able to understand with my personal style, so we're gonna jump into that today. Since I'm already wearing this one, we'll start with this one I received more recently. Let me go further up in the camera so you guys can see it. So this is my solid 12mm 999 fine silver Cuban link that Juste sent me as a gift. The difference between fine silver and sterling silver is the purity level and also the color and softness of the metal. So on sterling silver, it's mixed a certain way, which is in reference to the numbers 925 silver. It's mixed with, I should know the other metal right now, but I don't know the other metal, but it's silver and another metal to kind of give it the texture that it has, and it's a little bit tougher and harder than fine 999 silver. A fine 999 silver, like my Cuban link that I have on now, is a little bit more softer in sense. I guess you could compare kind of like 14 karat to 925 silver, and then you could compare 999 silver to an 18 karat in sense of the softness and texture of the metal itself. That's as easy as I could kind of compare it, because for anybody who knows gold, 14 karat's a little bit stronger. It's better for daily use for certain people and for certain pieces that you don't want getting banged up as much, while 18 karat has a richer color in the same sense as 999 silver having a richer color, but it also is a little bit softer, so it might get dinged up a little bit more, it might get scratched up a little bit easier, but it is of a higher purity, so it's gonna be finer at the end of the day. So with this Cuban link, it is different than most solid sterling silver Cuban links, so that's one thing to factor in. And then also the fact that this one is a little bit darker because it was rhodium plated. It gives it a little bit more of a gunmetal finish, and that's why I feel like it's easier for me to kind of wear it with my yellow gold and my rose gold, because it is a little bit darker just off the bat. So I wear it sometimes with a smaller yellow gold chain. I think that it looks nice and it doesn't really clash too much. And then also with my style, I think that it does look more rock and roll, chic and punk. So I like to kind of layer it wearing silver and gold. I think that it really depends on the pieces that you're putting together. You can't always like put, even with yellow golds or other colored fine metals, you can't really always put them all together just because they clash. I think that a big one and a little daintier, smaller guy, depending on the link itself, looks tasteful and also just kind of like hits the right way. As you can see, I have like a yellow gold ring, and then I have this silver rhodium plated chain, so it doesn't really clash bad and it actually looks very well together. paired together. But let's jump into another piece so I can show you guys kind of like how this could either go overboard or also just subtly work. So jumping into my next sterling silver chain. Now this one is 925. This is one of my older silver pieces. Some people call this the box Cuban link. I'll show you guys why. It looks like a Cuban, just very boxed off. Wow. Typical Cuban links are more flat and rounded and thick. This one is more on the boxy side, so I'll go like that so you guys can see it again. Also known as the Franco link. I'm gonna put this one on. Now, me personally, I wouldn't wear this short yellow gold chain with this longer silver chain. I would probably honestly just wear the silver one alone. As you guys can see, something like this, I'd probably pair it with like a bead necklace or something like that, just because I feel like it's enough alone, or something very, very dainty. Maybe something of not fine metal, I would wear it together. I just feel like personally it would look the best like that. If it was maybe a little bit shorter, like this length, even though I really don't want to shorten this one, I like the length of it. If I want to layer with other pieces that I get into next, I feel like it just looks aesthetically the best, especially with this link. So that is my box Franco box Cuban link chain in 925 silver, and you guys can honestly probably already see the color difference. This one's a little bit darker, and then this one's more of a flat white, while this one's shiny dark. You guys can probably see it. Now to also jump into the bracelets in my collection. Normally I'm always wearing either bangles or like a smaller link bracelet. But when it comes to the silver, I have like the matching Franco box link that matches this chain. I have it like fitted so I could stack it with my bangles if I wanted to. Just go on like that. And these are fun. I'll show you the next bracelet that I like to stack this one with. But silver bracelets with gold are fun. I think that a lot of people shy away from it just because the idea of putting two metals together freaks them out for some reason. I don't know why. A while back I did feel the same way, but I do feel like silver metals do contrast very well with other metals if you pair them the right way again. And I think that with my look and my aesthetic, it also just is very complimentary of that. Another bracelet that I have that I love, I wouldn't consider this one a Cuban link. It's more just like of a link bracelet that I really, really like. I like how dainty and small it is, but it has a good little substantial weight for how small it is. I love wearing this one with either my Juste Clou or my Ecrou bracelet. I think that just the idea of it being so dainty looks great. I'll put it on so you guys can see it. I also like pairing this with the Cuban link, though. Even though they're not the same link, you guys can kind of see how they pair nicely together just because they kind of are in the same category as far as links go. This one just being a normal link bracelet, and the Miami being the bigger link bracelet. So it's two different metals, but they do play off well with each other, and I really, really love how they look. And also you can really see with this one's 925, this one's old 925 silver. You can see the color, how this one is white, and also like the darkness now of the chain. And I like that contrast though. I feel like it's different, but it still plays well together. It's very, very cool. So you just have to have fun with it. You have to play around with your pieces. You have to see what coincides with each other the right way. It's not something that you just like pick up and you're like, okay, this is gonna work. You have to really like play around with it. Another thing to note is that sometimes it works. Sometimes you could wear a choker chain and then also have like a longer piece layered underneath it and it look okay, but sometimes it won't work based on the size of the link itself or just the overall vibe. Like personally, I probably would just wear this long one, which I'll get into because I know a lot of you guys have seen this on my Instagram when I wear it. These are called Navajo beads. These are vintage. I actually inherited these. So I have this smaller version. I actually had three. I ended up giving one to my friend that was a choker, but it didn't fit me. I have this one that's the smaller size of these two. And then I have this big one. They used to be really long, but I ended up shortening it. Now a lot of people have probably seen like Lenny Kravitz with these. Probably one of the most rock star chains that I do have. And these things are just super, super crazy. I don't like to break them out all the time just because they are such a statement piece and it is a lot. But you could rock out with it with just like a vintage t-shirt and it looks sick. Or you could do like a whole look and maybe like a very boho Saint Laurent outfit or a Celine fit where it's very, very boho, very rockstar chic, maybe beach vibes, and have the Navajo bead pearls just stacked up, layered up. But these are just very, very sick pieces, and a lot of people do shy away from this, but if you wear it the right way, as you guys can see, it looks very, very cool. I probably would wear this one alone, or if I was really like, if this was the real big statement of the outfit, maybe I'd wear these with a very subtle outfit. Those I would wear alone. I would wear these alone also, or layer them with like this thin box Cuban link Franco. Like that. I think it looks very cool layered up like that. Go up close so you guys can see them. And they're not super heavy. They have weight to it, but they're not like crazy heavy. They're just more for aesthetic and for look. It's just such a sick vibe. And then I still do wear it with a yellow gold piece here and there. But most of the time if I'm doing this, I take the rest off just because I feel like this is the statement of the outfit. So an example of what not to do in my opinion and what just doesn't look right is the rope chain in my opinion like this. This is the yellow gold rope that is one of my favorites. I use this a lot. If you guys are long-time subscribers, you've seen this all the time. This is enough of a statement in my opinion. Maybe I could put like another thin daintier chain or something subtle underneath. This is how I would say pieces do clash at points. Like if I put this on with it, I feel like now it's overkill. Now you don't see the rope. It just looks like a big hot mess. And it doesn't look subtle, it doesn't look tasteful at all. As you guys can see, it just looks like I have a lot going on. While if I have just one of these on, maybe I pair it with the daintier one like earlier, now it looks more of a statement and it looks more tied together. I think that this looks more tasteful. And since it's so small, it pops through a little bit and you get that small, subtle hint of both metals. Still not like too much clashing in my personal opinion. And I like how this looks and it gives me a perfect little like balance of both. So I really like mixing the metals, but it just has to be done the right way. If you do have different metals, definitely try them on, see how each piece kind of coincides with each other. Don't be scared to try different pieces out and mix and match, because at the end of the day, that's what this is about. You're supposed to play around with your pieces and see which ones work the best with what. And if you have to wear one alone, wear one alone, but you have to play around with it. Another example of what not to do, I wouldn't wear these two together just because they both are so large and they're both already such statement pieces that it just looks like too much going on. Maybe if I was Lenny Kravitz, it might work, but for me personally, I think that one is enough than having so much going on. Like, it just looks like a boatload of stuff on your neck. So this is an example of what not to do. Another example of wearing a daintier chain underneath the bigger chain, even though it's a different metal. This is my yellow gold tennis cross underneath the 999 silver Cuban, and it still looks very, very cool just because of how dainty and small the longer one is. Still tasteful, but then you have layers to your accessories. And as far as like wristwear goes, I think that it's just play it by rule of thumb, what makes you feel best. Of the curb link bracelet that I have paired with my Ecrou bracelet, both are different metals. I also just like to have a nice little stack of like friendship bracelets and everything paired with it. I think that it gives my wrist good contrast. And then also just having a little silver with gold doesn't look bad at all. It's just how you wear it, how your personal style is, and what the overall outfit is. See, it's not clashing like that. So There's just different ways that I would wear it. Obviously, honestly, pair it with different clothing. I'm just a little bit lazy right now and I don't feel like changing all of my outfits, but this is how I would style it. You can clearly see that the metals don't look bad together. It looks really, really nice. So I hope that this brings some type of interest in pairing different metals together and also just wearing what you like. If you like it paired together with rose gold, F it, wear what you guys like. That's the whole point of these videos. I just encourage you guys to wear what you like and style it how you want with just my little sprinkle on top. So again, if you are new to this channel, welcome again. My name is Ariel. If you're new to this channel, definitely hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all my content on a weekly basis. As always, definitely check me out on IG at Ariel.Rosado29 for all my daily fit pics and reels. If you guys enjoy that on a daily basis, I always do content every single day, so you guys can check me out over there. Drop me your comments below letting me know what you guys thought of mixing metals. I'd like to hear your guys' opinion, and as always, I will see all you guys in the next vlog. Later, guys.